I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
Welcome to Snake Envy. We're doing another question of the day. So you're in the middle of hatching season. We're going to be putting up some videos this week as well of some of the new arrivals. But a topic among breeders is when to feed the hatchlings. So our question is, prior to the first shed or after? And I know that you vary it even a little bit beyond that. So what's your thoughts?
I don't even offer food until they shed. I had 5 bull snakes shed, but that was all. The rest of them hadn't shed in the clutch yet, and I just happened to be feeding that day, and I had extra. And I typically don't feed that quickly, but I did, and all 5 bull snakes ate, which is great, you know. It gave them about 10, 12 days to soak up that egg yolk and digest that. So they were hungry. I typically don't. I sometimes wait 2 weeks after a shed to feed. Normally maybe a week, but.
And that would put them as many as 3 weeks after being born, right?
Yeah, I thought that's probably average.
But one thing I was surprised by when you were showing me some of these new hatchlings, and look, as a hobbyist, I haven't always had opportunity to come see and see it live and in person. I've relied mostly on videos and things like that. And one of the things I was surprised by was how full some of the bellies were just from the egg.
Yeah.
Just from eating the egg yolk, their bellies were visibly full. It looked like they had eaten a large whole prey meal.
Yeah.
So there's no doubt that that's getting them by for a while.
And every species varies. Like hatching corns out, they're little string beans. They probably need to start eating sooner than later, just because they're so thin. That body weight's going to carry them for quite a while, but you don't want them to wait too long and then start to weaken or get soft. And then there's other species like my Alterna, my gray bands, my Theri, some of my Mexicana stuff. I won't even offer food for over a month. Like Theri, I probably won't even offer them a meal till week 6 after being born. And my reasoning is for that is a lot of these picky feeders, lizard eaters, I guess, in the wild. You start throwing pinkies in there right after they shed, and they're not ready. I feel like.
And they're not naturally interested in them.
No.
So you're just wasting food.
I feel like it's a waste of time. A lot of time. You might get a small percentage to eat. But I found waiting 6 to 8 weeks especially like with some of these Mexicana, and I'll feed them, and usually I'll get like good 50 to 60% eat the very first time doing that, because they become accustomed being in that cage. They've wandered, they've hunted, they've looked,
They're hungry.
They're getting hungry by that point. But when you're putting feed in there and they're not hungry, and then they come accustomed to that, and when you wait till they're hungry, I feel like, like 6 weeks, they've been alive for 6 weeks, and then all of a sudden something new's in their cage, and that piques their interest, and I feel like that gets them feeding stronger. That's my opinion.
But you still have to use tricks to get some of them to eat. Some of them just aren't naturally inclined to eat those.
I go through a whole routine of what I try.
And remind people, we've talked about it in a prior video, but let's use Alterna as an example. How many months is it typically before you feel confident that they're established and they're ready to be sold?
A good 4 meals, but I usually go you know, I mean, like usually before I even start selling them, it's like 6 months. I get them going, 5 to 6 months.
You were saying like you prefer 10 to 12 meals to kind of feel certain that they're established, and that's
a little overkill, but
it's overkill, but that's fantastic because you hear the negative stories in the hobby from hobbyists who say, well, I bought this king and breeder told me it was eating,
it ate twice, and then
I haven't been able to get it to eat since I've had it. So
and
it's good when a breeder takes the time. And remember, that's added expense for Jason. He's feeding those snakes and caring for those snakes for a longer period of time, but that ensures that his customers are going to have better experiences. So.
And then another reason I do that is like I want to offer a clutch at one time, and there's some that start late and some that start sooner,
Right.
and so if I get the whole group going, then I'll I'll put it up that way, and that way you can, whoever's buying can pick whatever ratio they want or individual they want. So
yeah, fantastic. So thanks for your insights. So if you're a breeder, let us know in the comments, when are you feeding for the first time? Is it pre-shed? Is it after shed? Or like Jason, do you even maybe give it another week knowing that they're well fed from the egg? Thank you.
Thanks.